What's going on, fam? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another game analysis. This game is very exciting because this was our first win of the 2023 regular season. This was at home in Rochester, and I'm very excited to share some thoughts with you about what went well, what are the things that we were able to execute on, what was the mindset of the team going into this game, and all that. So without further ado, let's just hop straight into it. Before, really quick, I wanted to shout out the exercise programs that are the in-season workout programs on my website. There are phases 1 through 4, so you've got 4 completely different exercise banks that are up on YouTube that you'll get access to. You get video tutorials, you get the whole workout, little explanation of how to do those, but they're all available on my website, www.noahcavanaugh.com/shop. Let's hop into it. So right away, we'll press play. And as you can see, we are in sort of the white and pink going from left to right. We are playing Detroit Gold Star, who's a new team in NISA. First play of the game is going to go back to the center back. It's going to get launched forward, and there's going to be my sort of first involvement in the game. Our center back is able to take a touch, play it here, and then I honestly just miss it there. So off to a good start. Second play of the game, little ball comes over to me, and I'm just going to pop it into one of the center mids, and he's able to turn out. This game, again, is really, really focused on possession and getting the ball into good areas of space. So ball back to the center back and then popping wide. A lot of this game, we were just possessing the ball. Center mid turns, plays me, and I'm going to fizz the ball into as quickly as I can into our winger, and we're able to get some good triangle combinations out of that, which is great. This one, I don't think I touched the ball, but again, just good shifting over, one-on-one defending, making sure that I'm showing him down the line, and they've got a play out of it. Winning that header, really, really good there, and then we get possession as well, which is awesome. And then a little overlap, and just to be in the right space so that our winger can come in and turn. All right, so I'll pause really quick right there. Okay, so I know we're midway through the next play, but one of the things that's really, really important, as you saw in the last clip, and maybe what I'll do is I'll rewind and play that clip over again. As you can see, I understand, and this is really good for outside backs to know, if I win the ball as an outside back and I'm playing it, it somehow really quickly gets to my winger. My responsibility is that because it's on that side, my responsibility is to overlap, and then the rest of the team shifts over and is able to cover my space. So in that case, we had a 6, we had a center back, both center backs shifted over. So we had tons of cover in that area, and I was able to get around. The good thing is, even if he doesn't play me, oftentimes what he'll do is cut in and shoot, or he'll go down the line himself, and then I'll circle back around and get behind him and be preventative cover. So that relationship works really, really well when executed properly. All right, so we'll play. This one, just keeping the guy going backwards, so nothing defensive there. Ball out to the center back, or out to me, and then into the midfielder, and then we're just gonna continue keeping that possession, turn, don't see any proper options, and we'll just rotate out the other direction. Next play, center back gets me the ball, and then this is a pretty long clip. Good ball in there, great ball into the winger, and then again, I'm looking, but keeping that preventative cover, which is great, and then I'm able to get forward and beyond. First throw in, and again, positionally, this game is really, really good. Another throw in just into the winger, going backwards. He's able to do a nice little move through those guys. This one, just being really close to that man, making him play backwards, so no stress there. Ball out to me. This is, okay, pause. Okay, this is one where you'll watch what happens. Both of our 6s are pointing to the winger. The issue, and this is, I will take full responsibility for this. I should have played it faster and just dealt with what happened. I hesitated because, as you can see, our number 10 is in a central space. Both of our 6s are in a great space right there. And I actually had a conversation with one of our 6s who about this play, because our winger, usually what happens is the rotation works where the winger drops a little bit to be able to get that ball in a space where, somebody's rotated into his space and he drops down. It's a whole thing, right? You see Man City do it all the time. That rotation happens constantly where the winger gets the ball, the outside back pops inside or higher, whatever, right? In this case, you can't even see that winger. So that's a 50-yard ball, basically, 50-meter ball. And so what I'm looking for is I'm looking for him to check to me. What the 6 and I talked about is maybe the near side 6 can just get this ball and pop a little bit wide or be like, hey, give it to me, curl it around that guy. But again, I take full responsibility for this play because I hesitated thinking that I was going to see him check too, because I had checked my shoulder before the goalkeeper gave me the ball. And I was like, okay, I know where I'm, so, theoretically, like there are a couple different options that I could be playing with right now. And it's just one of those things, like it just, yeah. So the guy closes me down. I end up getting it out. Defensively, we were fine. But you'll see the rest of the play right now. All right, so play. So you'll see hesitate, and the winger is completely out of the picture. And again, it's not necessarily his fault. It's just like we weren't able to get that rotation down, that particular one, but we were able to get out of it. All right, winger, and then there you go. You see me on the overlap. Perfect cross, I reckon, right on top of the 6. And we just don't get, our center mid does a great job getting up for it, but just doesn't manage to get there. Another play, just right on his back, and we're able to defend him. Fantastic work there. This one, literally, I just misjudged the spin of the ball. Pause. Okay, that's one thing. This is actually a really funny clip because I went into it thinking, oh, this guy's not even close to my back. I'm recovering fine. This is the finicky thing with AG pitches sometimes, and I am very much somebody who this happens to, not often I would say, but when it does, it totally throws me off because the spin of the ball sometimes on AG pitches, how it like flips up and over you really quickly. So that's what happened to me. So it went straight over my head and did not judge that ball very well, but we were able to, luckily it wasn't going behind me towards the goal. It was going behind me from our goal away. So I was lucky in that sense. So play. And then again, it's just making sure that I'm tracking that runner, making sure he goes backwards. So no issues there. Good little block there. Continue to press, and then he has to play wide. This getting wide, our center back's able to get the ball again, drive forward, does a great job there, and then plays the ball across. All right, ball comes over to me again. And again, we're talking little passes, really important passes that are getting us into really good spots there. Here's our first goal of the game. This is awesome. Matt Baldock, fantastic run. Season opening, bang. Fantastic goal. Really, really good goal. Really excited. The whole crowd, as you can see, was very, very excited about it. Super awesome. Really good team goal. And he got in such a good space. Great counter pressing, and he was able to get there. So fantastic. All right, next little defensive thing. Running back behind, beating that number 9. He's about to come across and hit me, but that's okay. All right, ball out to me. See guys recovering, so we're just going to chill on the ball. I'm going to play it into our 6. He'll play it back to me. And then this ball right here. Maybe not. Maybe we'll see it again. Okay, ball in a center back, turns. And again, we're just keeping possession. So I'm going to keep it running just because you can see kind of the vibe that we're going with. Ball comes out to me again, drive forward, play to the winger who's there, back to me, into the center mid. And again, look at those rotations. And then boom, now we're out. See there? And then we're able to get to the other side. See how quickly that happened? Okay, so I'm going to pause really quick. So if you notice, go back and watch that clip and you can mute it if you don't want to hear my voice kind of commentating it. But you can watch those rotations, and those are all the rotations that I think are super key in order to play a successful possession-based style of football and positive possession-based style of football, because we were able to play, suck them in. I was able to break a line into our 6. The 6 was able to turn, play it to the next line, and we were able to get out of it on the other side and create an opportunity from it. So, all right, so we'll play. Ball comes out to me, just into 6 again. And again, just playing really, really good, patient possession football. Ball comes out to me, and this is just a mishap. I was going to get there. Our winger was going to get there. Winger taps it in. I tap it in again. And we just, yeah. So now I've rotated into the 6. So you'll see me in a couple different places as well. And there you go. Ball comes out to me again. Kind of wears what's going on, being patient, ball out to the winger, and we're able to get out of it. Ball comes over from the 6, and again, big push forward into our other 6, which is great. Then he's able to turn on it. So again, you'll see a lot of possession. So this is another longer clip. This leads to our goal. So ball comes over, play to the empty space. That was a little bit of a botched play, but no issues to our center back. I'm opening up, I'm checking my shoulder there. 6 plays to the opposite 6. Beautiful first time ball into our 8, who's able to turn and get it to our 10, who's then able to get it to the winger. And you can see just crashing the box. Our 10 does a fabulous job of getting a PK. So that is a, great PK chance. I think I show the PK because we missed it, unfortunately. Yeah, just a bummer, but that is one of our best PK takers on the team, I reckon. So it just was one of those things, flukes, but that's okay. But okay, I'm gonna pause actually. Okay, here's the thing though. Credit to this player, Steven, and also credit to the way that the team responded, because it's really easy. We're 1-up, we're so high, we're able to go 2-0 up, we miss a PK, then the team mentally is like, holy shit, we fall apart, blah, blah, blah. That didn't happen, and that was because immediately after that PK was missed, guys were coming up to him. Everybody was like, no, this is totally it's all good, it's part of the game plan, we'll get another goal. We're attacking them constantly. They're getting pretty much 0 chances. And so, don't worry about it, we'll keep going. And that was very much the vibe of the game, is we just, it didn't even phase us that happened. We just kept fighting, kept going. And that paid off in the end, which is great. So play. All right. Ball out to our 6, out to me. I was trying to little flick over, hit it, just overhit it, unfortunately. And then they went out for, all right. Good first touch here, bang, right into our 10. Was able to run onto it and get possession, so that was really good. Little throw in into our 8, and then we're able to win possession there with our winger. Here we go. This is start of the second half. So now it's a little bit of play, little body to body, making sure that he doesn't get that ball. Goes in for a throw in for them, but that's okay because there was no long throw, which is good. Really close to the guy, again, chasing him down, just being a pest on his butt, not letting him go anywhere, forcing him backwards. So that's great. And then now I'm in a winger position just because of the way that play ended, and just making sure that I'm right up his ass again, which is awesome. All right, ball comes out to me. And again, being really patient, not picking the wrong pass, getting it into our other side, which didn't show, unfortunately. But all right, and then we win a free kick here in a really good position. And this is our second goal. Luke absolutely banged this in. Boom, top bins. Sick goal. So very excited. That was our second and final goal of the game. To be honest, I think this game could have been 4 or 5-0, but very, very cool. All right, here we go. Turning, playing the 6, sucking those guys in. He presses, and we're able to get to the other side. Really, really nice job. Really nice job there. All right, here we go. Oh, also, okay, so I'm going to actually pause really quick here. So this is the moment where I got injured. And I don't know if you saw it. I'll rewind it as I'm talking about it. This guy ended up getting a yellow card. This should have been a red card offense. I'll play it in slow motion. If you disagree with me, that's totally fine. Put it down in the comment section below. But this is, for me, this is a red card offense. If you watch the way that I come up and with my chest, I just body him a little bit, tell him like, hey, I'm there. And he spins me around, puts me on the ground. Fair enough, that's one thing. That's probably a yellow card offense, if anything. Maybe not, maybe just a foul. And then he steps on my thigh, or steps on my glute. And that ended up causing some hamstring issues later in the game. And you'll see at the very end of this video in the next couple minutes, I pull up with my hamstring because I don't pull my hamstring. There's no hamstring strain. But what happens when you get an impact injury high up the leg, oftentimes the hamstring and some of the other muscles around it will start to compensate. Maybe there's some nerve, the nerves overfiring because you've just gotten hit really hard, all that stuff. since filming this video, the video right now is being filmed almost a week after this game happened, and I feel totally fine now, which is great. So I had 1 or 2 days of like half training, had to kind of work back into it. Feeling fantastic now, but that's the reason for it. So you guys will see the replay, but I'll play. And as you can see, yeah. I don't want to put a picture of what it was because it was right on my butt cheek, but that was a really, really serious no-no from that guy. So ball back to me, ball over the top to our winger. I think that's a pretty safe option. Does a good job of trying to body. He's a very, very scrappy player. Little bring down, excellent foul right outside the box, just getting it into open space, being able to win possession back. Ball comes out to me, and there we go. And then I'm just going to play it into our 6, who's able to turn and play out. All right, ball comes out to me from the keeper. Drive forward. This is a little bit of a longer one. Ball comes back to the winger, back to me. So again, just keeping possession and then looking for that forward run from the number 9, who that was just, I think, overhit just a little bit there. All right. Good tackle there. Ball out to me, touch in front of the guy. That's really important. And then able to fizz it across to our 8, who then is able to get it down. So good stuff there. Ball there, and then we'll overlap and pause. Okay, so now look where the spacing is. So if you watch where the 6 is, where the 8's checking in, where now the winger is with the ball, the winger's attracted 2 guys with him as I've overlapped, and they've left me in a 1v1 situation pretty much. And so that's why the overlap is so important, because you're able to suck some of the players out of that space, and then you're able to penetrate later on. All right, so we'll play. So there, and then watch this ball. So I'm gonna pause. Okay, right as he's about to hit the ball. This was a miscue because this ball was actually meant for me. And I spoke to our 6 after this. But unfortunately, the 10 takes it, and I said leave it, but this is a great example of a good run and a fantastic ball by our 6. Yeah, just watch what happens here. All right, so we'll play. Boom. And he just holds it. But that's okay. We kept possession, which is all good. Again, staying with that guy, you can see me kind of following him in that space, and then our winger covers the outside guy. There. Probably should have grabbed that. And then we're able to get across. Okay. Little big throw. Great job by our number 10, who had just come on. Ball out to me. Play it forward into our 10, right into that space there where he was checking. So fantastic. And then just being close to the guy, we got to throw in out of that, which is great. Good pressure. Ball over the top to our winger, who's absolutely rapid. He's able to get on it and turn. And then here's the play. You'll see me cover, and then but accelerate, boom, and then pull up hamstring. And then I end up going down because it just like freaked out. So I'll let this run, and then you can see me try to go, and then all of a sudden it's way too painful, and I just drop to the ground. And it was really not a pleasant situation. So, all right, so that's it for the film. One of the things that I take from this is, number 1, patience in possession. We have 90 minutes. Number 2 is really purposeful balls. So sometimes you'll see me bounce with a 6 or bounce with a winger. That's really purposeful. It doesn't have to happen the entire game, but that's really important to get the ball in and out and kind of poke and prod. Because if a team isn't disciplined, and I'm not saying Detroit isn't disciplined, but 4 teams that we play that aren't very disciplined, those players will chase me, and then another guy from us will pop up into empty space because he wasn't being covered by a guy. Does that make sense? So that's really important to understand from a game perspective, and regardless of what formation you play, regardless of what your footballing philosophy is, that's a great way to break a line, period, right? So for me, this was a fantastic performance by the entire team. Obviously, very good finishing with the PK and 1 or 2 other opportunities we had that probably should have been goals. I think we could have beaten this team 5-0, honestly. And that's if I didn't put it in the highlight video because I don't want to show all of the misses. I figured I'd put the PK in there just because the play was really nice. But free kick, fantastic. First goal, fantastic. Really good possession-based football that we played. We defended well. They hardly got, I think they hit the post one time, and we had guys covering the inside of the post. So it was like, it was a lofted ball. So it was sort of like a half chance. I don't know. Like, this game for me was a great example of why our team has been training the way we have been. So for me, that's huge. One thing that I take away from my personal is more in the attacking phase. I did really well defensively. I thought I was on top of it in attack mode all the time. And I just want to be even more effective in the final third. To be fair, I didn't get a lot of opportunities in the final third just because of the way that we're trying to play. But you saw the one cross that I put in, right on the money, where it should have been. And yeah, so for me, this is a great example of a good game, great team performance, and, still things to work on, still things to be even more patient in possession, even more, dominant in the style of play that we want to play. But for me, this is a great performance, and it's a great starting point from where we can spring forward, because I know results haven't been going our way. And to be fair, we haven't executed well enough for those results in the earlier parts of the season. So hopefully this is a great turning point for us, and I'm really excited moving forward from here. So if you guys did enjoy that video, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you go to the first link in the description. That'll be my website with those phases 1 through 4 in-season workout programs. They're tailored for footballers. They're the workouts that I use for myself in my workouts in season. So that's really great. You guys get a kind of a taste of what I do in season. They're meant for all age groups. Obviously, if you're really young, maybe stay away from those, do some body weight stuff for right now. But for the majority of players who are watching this type of video, they'll be great for you, as well as older players, because I think strength and resistance training is key to a successful life in mobility and in working out. So go check those out. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. As always, be awesome. Take care. I'll see you guys in the next video.